This is going to be one of the greatest adventures of my life, or the most disappointing. Today I have roped my parents and husband into taking a 6-hour train ride, an Uber to a ferry to an island, and a bus from there to a place that they've never heard of that wasn't recommended on any of the lists I saw of the top things to do in Australia, in hopes of doing what I have been told can't be done: seeing koalas in the wild. G'day mates, I'm Madison, traveling beautiful Australia with my husband Ivan and my mom and dad, and we have had some amazing adventures here in Australia so far, from Brisbane to Sydney to the Australia Zoo, the Daintree Rainforest, and of course the Great Barrier Reef. But this is what I have been looking forward to the most. Today we are headed to Magnetic Island National Park, aka Maggie, to be immersed in nature, meet some of Australia's cutest creatures, and participate in one of the country's most ridiculous and random traditions. I cannot wait. My hopes are incredibly high. All aboard, let's adventure.
We are on the train right now from Cairns to Townsville. Then we're taking the ferry from Townsville to Magnetic Island, which has the highest concentration of koalas in all of Australia. Seeing a koala in the wild is an absolute dream of mine. I have just been looking forward to this for so long. It's a 6-hour train ride just through the Australian countryside, rainforest, sugarcane fields, so many farms. Absolutely beautiful.
The train is great. It's affordable, convenient, and a beautiful way to see more of North Queensland. Highly recommend. Once we make it to Townsville, we grab an Uber as quickly as possible to the ferry terminal, because if we miss the next ferry, we have to wait over an hour and a half for the next one. Luckily, we make it just in time, and now we can relax and enjoy the views. From there, we hop in a bus and ride across the island to our lovely outdoorsy hotel, Selina, where you can stay in a bus, a private cabin, or a glamping tent.
I have always wanted to go glamping, and Magnetic Island seemed like the perfect place because it is just such a beautiful nature-filled spot. I mean, look how nice this is. We even have a fan, we have a nice bed, lamps. This is gonna be so fun. Oh my gosh. Camping with a fan. I think this is a dream. I love camping, but Ivan also loves electricity. So this is the perfect middle ground. Look at Ivan, he is in his elements. Just walking to our tent, there were kangaroo crossing and koala crossing signs. We're just surrounded by nature here in this beautiful nature-filled island in Australia where there are koalas and kangaroos. Like, it's gonna be an amazing stay. I'm so excited.
And just a few minutes walk away, next to a skate park, is a field full of wallabies. Oh, wow. There are hundreds of them. The sun is setting fast, but I swear they're there. The setting sun means it's time for our evening activity. We take the bus to Arcadia Village Hotel, where every Wednesday night this ridiculous, brilliant thing happens.
What am I even seeing here? This is definitely going to be Australian. See a circle of green chairs in front of a hotel. The crowd is immense and growing.
This is Magnetic Island's world-famous cane toad race, which has happened every Wednesday night for over 40 years. It's the longest-running cane toad event in the world, and is a fundraiser for the local Surf Life Savings Club. It is so ridiculous and fun. First, we meet the cane toads and analyze their hops.
95. We're at $95.
Then the betting begins.
If you bid $100, you do get a massive clap from the crowd. $100.
And finally, after all bets are in, this brilliant, incredible madness.
Let them know.
And the winner has to kiss the toad to get his prize money. Absolutely epic.
Hello! How'd we go? Pretty great. It was a lot of fun. We did not win. That was insane. Like 400 people gathered around in a circle watching cane toads race. Forget the Olympics. This is the sport of the season.
I thought good money was on Barbie, but turns out it wasn't.
You can tell Taco's got some serious training methods that are really coming in handy there. A lot of the others were like tiring themselves out before, you know. Taco, man, he kept it cool, he kept a calm head until it was time to race. And boy did he. Incredible.
It was over before you knew it.
That was insane. That was so much fun though. What a unique and special fundraiser. You know, a very fun way to raise money for such a great cause. Special look into a local Australian culture here at the longest running toad race in the country.
That's a record.
Oh my gosh, what an incredible start. Experiencing this local community from the buses, the local buses here. The drivers are so incredibly kind and helpful and saying like, this is your stop, because they know that we don't know where we are. Going to the toad races. What a ridiculous, fun, wild way to raise money and support the community. That was such a blast. It was just like a little bit of day one. I cannot wait to see what tomorrow holds. Like, I didn't even come here for this. This was incredible. But what I'm most excited about is the koalas. Oh, if I get to see some koalas in the wild, I might cry. Like, I cannot wait. So, we're gonna enjoy our first night of glamping. Good night.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Koala hunters, good morning. Here in Magnetic Island, Australia. Today we are on a walk through the wilderness. This beautiful, perfect weather island paradise. And we will find some koalas. Hopefully, I'm really hoping. Fingers crossed.
These are the leaves we're looking out for. Young eucalyptus leaves. Koalas here are smaller, so I bet they look even cuter. And 800 koalas on this island, and they are stress-free and disease-free, living the island lifestyle.
This is the Fort's Walk, a hike to an old World War II fort. And I'm trying to keep my hopes low and remind myself that even if we don't see koalas, it's pretty cool to go see this historic fort and the beautiful views along the way on this 2.5-mile hike. But it's hard because
Magnetic Island has the largest density of koalas in all of the world. So we have high hopes, but I'm trying to keep my expectations low, but it's not going well because I literally saw on Google that it said like, if you don't see a koala on this hike, you are extremely unlucky. And I saw a review that said, only saw 2 koalas. 3 stars. So if those are any indication, today's gonna be like my wildest dreams. Fingers crossed. Worst case scenario, we'll have some quality family time, and there's some pretty quality views as well. And I heard that the best way to find koalas is if you see a huge group of people looking up, that's probably a koala. Searching for koalas. Come on, koalas, give us some koala tea time. Let's go. We've been passing a lot of people and they haven't had like excited, I just saw so many koala faces on. So I was a little nervous, but I finally asked a lady when we walked by. She was like, oh, no, like you're good. There's gonna be so many. Now the expectations are high. I'm letting my expectations rise. So I think this is gonna be everything I've dreamed of. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this is not a drill, people. We have been on this walk for probably like, I don't know, 15 minutes now. And this lady just had to tell us we're about to see an arrow on the ground and it's gonna be our first koala. Is this the arrow? Maybe she said the arrow would be on the ground. No. I don't know. If it's pointing like straight at it. Oh my gosh. Mom found it. Amazing.
Man, how do people spot that though? That's crazy.
This is a dream come true. This is just so amazing. Absolutely spectacular. Oh my gosh, he's moving.
Oh.
It happened. We saw our first koala in the wild. It's just amazing. Like, they're just so beautiful and peaceful and cute and cuddly, and they don't even look real, but they were moving a little bit, so that helped you realize that they are actually in fact real and not stuffed animals. Absolutely stunning. Like, oh, we did it. We've done Australia. My expectations have been met. This is amazing.
We hiked for maybe 2 more minutes and we already see another arrow. There are 2 more koalas in this spot. This is already beyond what I could have hoped for. It's happening. This is my Australia dream.
You picked a really skinny tree with very little cross support.
Yeah.
As we keep hiking, we're seeing less koalas, but we're keeping our eyes peeled. The views are getting more and more stunning. And we're starting to see some of the World War II remnants. But then Ivan spots one hiding and he gets to make an arrow.
And we found our own koala. So we're setting up an arrow right to it.
Nice job.
I think the arrows are so cool and special because they're just incredibly pure. You're just saying, I found this really incredible thing that you might want to see too. Here it is. I heard lots of locals do this hike for their morning workouts, and they're the ones that spot most of the koalas and make the arrows. They exercise, spend time in nature, and help people. It's like a crazy productive way to start the day. And they're walking through history too. It really is wild to think that this fort was built to protect Townsville and its port 80 years ago. And now it's this beautiful lookout point to enjoy the scenery and search for koalas. And we see one! Our 5th koala of the day.
We're in the fort, keeping an eye on the koala, making sure it doesn't attack Hashtag Townsville. It's pretending to be peaceful. What are his real intentions here on Magnetic Island?
We head down for a better look and realize it's not just our fifth, it's our fifth and sixth. There is a baby koala poking out of her pouch.
Not a bad spot to raise your baby. The baby's moving. Oh my gosh. Oh, you see its tiny, tiny hands. This is the best. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, big yawn. Oh, the biggest yawn. Now she's like, get back in that pouch.
This fort complex was constructed during World War II in 1943. They were preparing for an attack as the Japanese were expanding their operations in the South Pacific. Luckily, no such attack ever came, and in this Memories of Wartime exhibit, there's just a photo of them on a teeter-totter, so it doesn't seem like the worst place to be stationed. The views from the top are stunning. You can see Townsville, the beaches, and even the reef that you can snorkel to from the beaches here.
You want to know why this is called Magnetic Island? Watch this. Oh. Got me.
It's actually called Magnetic Island because explorer James Cook said his compass would not work when he was near the island. But nobody else has had a compass problem, so I think he just had a wonky compass. On this hike, we exit the way we came, so on our way back down, we say bye to the koalas we already saw. But then, to our surprise, there's a new arrow. And another mom and baby! How cool! This is truly one of the most special days ever.
Oh, he's in the bush. But that was...
I heard him hiss. He did not bite you?
No, he didn't bite me.
I've just asked these people if they want to go first now. Yeah, your foot must have been close enough that he made that hissing sound. I heard that.
Yeah, I saw this little red thing wiggle off.
Yes.
Yeah, now we gotta look for teeny tiny snakes.
It was the same color as the taipan, which is a very deadly snake. Actually, it was a little redder than the taipan.
Everything in Australia except koalas wants to kill you. These guys are clearing the path for us. Good job, Ivan.
With those sacrificial strangers leading the way, we survived the hike down and caught the bus back to our hotel to feed birds. Every day at 4:15, there's a free bird feeding at Selina that anyone can go to, but I highly recommend staying here because it's just such a great spot.
You waiting for the 4:15 bird feeding?
I didn't really know what to expect for a bird feeding. There's so many unique birds on this island, but it is dominated by an insane amount of parrots.
It is time for bird feeding and the birds are well aware. A few minutes left and they are all lining up in the trees up here.
What time is it? It's bird feeding time.
Oh my God, they're making a mess. This is so funny. This is just watermelon that they gave us to feed them. His tongue is crazy looking.
While we're on the topic of animals, there is one final thing on our agenda. Rock wallabies. Oh my gosh, they are so tiny and cute. We bought wallaby food at a nearby convenience store, and it's dinner time. It's so cute how they put their paws on your hands. But this one's definitely looking at Dad like,
It's Mr. Still Your Girl. I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure.
oh my gosh, and this one has a little Joey. And she's coming right to Ivan to feed her. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door all night.
After this, we quickly grab some yummy Indonesian tacos to go and hop back on the ferry to leave the island. So let's just end things here in this magical moment. We've been traveling full-time for 3 years now, and Magnetic Island is seriously one of my favorite places in the world. It is such a perfect little piece of heaven, and I am so incredibly grateful for the time we've had here. I already can't wait to come back someday and explore more and relax on the beaches and do some snorkeling. Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible adventure. It seriously helps us so much if you can hit those subscribe and like buttons pretty please, and thank you. And we'll see you on the next one as we explore more of this beautiful country. And until then, watch one of these videos. YouTube picked them out just for you.
I didn't know you were still videoing.